Welcome back to Launch Your Light, a podcast for the mystical and magical woman here to share her soul purpose. All right, today, guys, you are just with me, and I'm in flow state, and I wanted to catch myself in flow state after we just had our big anniversary party for the self-defense school that me and my husband opened up a year ago. If you don't know us, we had a gym. We still have a gym, but we opened that gym back in 2015. So we just rounded year 9 of that gym. And my husband's passion, his deeper passion and love has always been jujitsu. So he's continued on and studied from loads of different senseis and teachers and eventually aligned with Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and Gracie University out of California, the grandsons of Helio Gracie. So anyways, this podcast is not about jujitsu, but I just wanted to give you a quick run up. He really crushed the learning and educating and going out and getting certified to the place where we could actually affiliate with them. So we last year launched the first ever Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Warwick, the first one, the first representation of this group, right, of this school in the state. So today we just had our 1 year anniversary party, and we're about to turn 1 for the school on August 1st. And I'm recording this on Sunday, July 28th. And yes, did I just have almost 200 people come through the doors of our business? Yes. Did I just spend the last 90 minutes in my kitchen trying to clean up the leftover food and giving away food and organizing this and cleaning this? Yes. And I was there and over the kitchen and just thinking back on the day and the year, I was like, I need to just record from overflow in this moment. So here I am. It's a nice, like, late Sunday dusk time. And I wanted to share with you on the topic of organic marketing and what that has meant to me. It was a big part of my book. It's a big part of how I work, how I market, how me and my husband market, how we marketed over the years, being in business for ourselves for 9 years. We also both went subcontractor and started making our own money 14 years ago. But we've had our own brick and mortar in-person business besides being subcontractors for places and other situations and systems. So I want to break down a few of these because I know when you get into this, the whole idea of marketing can be so overwhelming, so scary. And people like don't know where to start. And there's a million places you can start. And there are a million people saying great things out there. And there are systems and processes and procedures. And there are books and there are teachers and there is YouTube and there is so much. So I'm going to add to it. LOL, just kidding. But what I want to do with this information that I'm giving you is the way I really truly believe and know and can now really step in the truth of looking back and saying like, hey, this worked for me. I, for years, have taught, if you've been in my community for a while, you see all my classes, you see all the courses I put out, like really teach you how to organically market or market from a place that really aligns with your feminine flow or really just aligns with the unique way in which you want to share the soul work you're here to share, right? So one of the first things I want to say was, since I was talking about the gym, let me keep going with the gym, but I do want to wrap up. I'll wrap up this call teaching you how I do sync it with my emotions and ebb and flow with the collective consciousness and how I can go from brain to heart to soul. So let's do that after. But since I've talked about the gym, let's talk about that right now, because here's the thing. I'm telling you, we had an anniversary party and an open house a year later. Usually people have an open house when they launch the business. We had ours a year later. This is a perfect example of me being like, F the rules. We're doing what we need. So when we affiliated with them, and because we already had an established business and we were going to be relocating, and because we were on a main road for the first time after 8 years in business, and because we knew the traffic, we researched the traffic on that main road would be about 5 to 7,000 people a day driving by, we actually, like, something within me and understanding in him, like there was an understanding between us and conversations between us. We're like, we didn't need to launch with a party, because the month of construction that we were open and us putting the signs up, like having signage on a main road with that many thousands of eyes going by, was actually a lot. And because we were affiliating with the Gracie name, not everyone knows that, but the people who do know it, and they know it, and they get it, and they understand, and they know the intensity, the depth, the service we would be providing. So I'll be real with you. Guys, we went an entire year without doing anything on social media. I think I put up 20 posts in a year. I'm not even joking. We never had, like, I just ordered us and got us an A-frame sign to go on the sidewalk. We had gorgeous signage. We invested in signage. We had a over the building signage and a tall, higher sign that could go on the road. And we had made sure the lights were working around it and got electricians to help us and all of that. And we had signage and decals in the building, but that meant more to us than getting like extra A-frames and worrying about marketing on social media. We had people coming in. And so what we had to do was take care of the people coming in. We needed to make sure that we had a tight customer journey that we essentially had to like figure out ourselves. They set us up and they help us on the business end, but they don't help us run the business. Like we can learn from them, but we had to figure out our own. Now, you guys know this is what I do. So most of these CTCs and most people in business don't actually have like a power couple team where the behind the scenes female or whoever, whatever the dynamic is. But for my husband and I, it was like, well, the wifey helps people run businesses and loves the strategy side and understands the marketing side and understands sales and understands all that. And my husband, we need me to be doing that because we needed my husband on the mats, in the teaching, being the person that they would see all the time, being the face, being the teacher, being front and center, right? And we need him there. And of course he does a lot of the behind the scenes too, and I step in and I am also like service quality and all of those things. But the goal was let us provide the level of service we want to provide to the people who were coming in. And we were, collecting leads from all over the place, whether they were calling us and they were looking it up on Google, looking it up online. We had a website designed by my best friend Sammy. If you want some website design help, let me know. I can hook you up with him. So we got all that. And we had social media here and there, but like I didn't have time to do that. We had people walking in and we needed to take care of them. And I'm saying that because you think that's obvious. You would think like, well, yeah, you have people walking in, you have people calling in, you have people messaging you, you have people coming in for a trial, you have people stopping by, you have people, right? Like actually, what I know after working with hundreds of people in their business and then observing hundreds and thousands of other businesses over the years, it's like actually a lot of people don't know how to capture that. They don't know they don't know even understand what a customer journey is, what a lead journey is, how to capture it, what's the entry point, what's the trigger that takes you to the next step, what is the next step, what is the next step if they're this, what's the next step if they're this, right? What's the map? I love that stuff, right? So we knew it was like, we don't need fucking road signs right now, besides the signage we invested in, and we don't need social media stuff right now. We need to handle what's coming in, and we need to get our systems right, and we need to get those systems down and in place. So a year later, I can, with the numbers and the data, we had about, it was like, I think 375 to 400 people walk in within the year. And walk in, I literally mean any lead ever, like anyone who called us, anyone who texted us, anyone who looked us up and walked in, anyone who drove in, anyone who came in for a trial, anyone who was emailing us, marketing, like all the things. So about 400 people, let's say, and we closed about 125 of those. So a nice little like 20, I think that's like 27, 28%. And that's just like, that's also including absolutely cold leads, even if they've called and said they were going to come in, or if they walked in and we never saw them again. You know what I mean? And they didn't leave any information because I had to teach my husband to get really good at like capturing the fucking information. LOL. Like I said, we needed to nail in the systems and processes. We had to get down our thing before we were like trying to increase the influx. And I'm so proud of us. And I'm so glad we did because we have fucking crushed it. My husband, his closing rate actually is, I think the data by the end of the year was like if they signed up for a trial, he closed about 76% of the trials he ran the entire year. Something like that. I know that was the number by the end of last year. I don't know if it's exactly what it is this year, but anyways, for those of you like that, like numbers, This is the data I want to give you, the numbers I want to give you, so you can start to understand, like, you know, what are you doing with what is coming to you? And that capture is huge. The amount of people who I know that will just like walk into a business and they're not really being captured, their information is being captured, a conversation isn't even happening, there's no follow-up. I mean, like, you hear me talk about this in the book a lot, you hear me talk about this in the courses, and my courses a lot, like, you still need to get people to the island of your creation. Like, they can absolutely buy the cruise ship tickets and they can like build themselves a raft and like build a boat or like borrow a boat from a friend to get to your island, but like, you have to get them there. And I think a lot of people in business, especially a lot of people who are in soul business and they're scared to share their gift, their light, their work, their creations, anything, have a hard time actually being the guide, the chauffeur, the coach. And I mean, like, to get them to the sale, to buy the thing, to do the damn thing. And we have to be that person. So I hope this podcast is at least helping you right now, real quick, even in this episode, go like, oh my God, yeah, like I'm not actually the one in charge. We can't leave it up to our leads. We can't leave it up to our customers to be in charge. You're in charge. This is your business. How do they start with you? They're not going to follow up with you. You need to follow up with them. You need to organize their information. They're not going to organize it for you. Do it organically, do it in Google Drive. I had a Google Drive spreadsheet until we found, and really with the affiliation they designed with Gym Desk, actually, you can look it up, it's good for gyms and stuff. They had to design their own automations through them that we could all use. We have to buy into it and we have to do that on ourselves, but it's totally freaking worth it. Until then, I was doing it all organically in Google Drive. Not only did I have a mega leads list, I had client lists, I had all the information. I was designing out, I think, 27 pages of email automations that were autoresponders that I had set up. I designed that out after doing it manually myself, set it up with our web designer to have it be all automated out. Like, we started from the ground up. We started from the scratch up. I built out such an amazing portfolio of organic based files and works, and like a literally it was like a file of all of these different SOPs and procedures and processes. I take people to that. I brought it to them. I recorded a video of myself and said to them, like, hey, I know you have so many CTCs. I know there are so many starting. They are not ready for business. They don't know how to operate a business. They love jujitsu. They love the self-defense. They're on the fucking mat. They're not doing this like, hi, here, do you want my brain? Here it is. And they needed to get behind that new software thing, but they were like, can we stay in touch? And this is all great. Like, we love your enthusiasm and we love your brain. So, and there's an open door. That was a big ask for me. That was a big ballsy thing. A lot of people don't have access to like such big mega corporations, companies, missions, visions, connection to like really big people. And you know what? When I have an opportunity, when I see an opportunity, I will fucking take it. Right. And it was not right now, but hey, can we like keep your number and reach out to you when we're ready? And we need some more like easy organic access stuff and some more training. And you know what I mean? I was like, absolutely. You reach out to me then. Okay, this has gone off on a tangent. Let me go back to this other point that I wanted to bring up. So besides that, we now okay, let me finish up with the gym. So now we had the party, and I think we had like maybe at least 150 to maybe 175, maybe 200 people. I mean, there were literally 40 kids alone on the mat playing dodgeball, screaming, having a blast, like sweaty, hot, red-cheeked, wild children from the age of 9 months to like 13 years old, having a fucking blast. And it's like, this is why we're doing all this today, the light we brought, not to mention all the people, all the grown-ups talking. I'm like, I don't know who had more fun, the kids or the grown-ups. And that's what my husband and I, that is the source. That is the point of all this. Of course, it's other things too, but like a weekend together in community, off screens and away from the TVs, everyone together having a blast, like the life source energy. Let's just talk the energetics of that. The life fucking source energy of today's event 200 people in our space exploding with excitement and laughter and chatter and connection and screaming and dodgeball is like, that is the prayer. That's the prayer that just went out to our communities. That's now going to be shared on social media. That's now going to be in the newsletter. That's now going to be a memory, a core memory in the people, in the land that we have a contract with. You feel me? Like, oh God. Yeah, this is why I had to come on here because I'm just like, I'm in overflow. I'm in a state of overflow and I needed to share it with you guys. So I'm continuing this prayer on now to these listeners and to you guys and to the people. And you can have this too, is what I'm saying. You can have this too. And it doesn't need to be that hard. Of course, it will be challenging, but it doesn't need to be that complicated. And you don't need to do what Susie Q is doing online. You can actually do whatever the F you want. And I am a living, breathing proof. Me and my husband, we are living, breathing proof that we can do whatever the F we want. And our souls came here to do these things. And there were probably loads of missions that would have supported our energetic signature for being community leaders. But this is how it went, and this is how it's going. Yeah, so now we have an A-frame. So I was like, I was talking to my girlfriend, sweet D's in the house. Yeah, Alicia, Warwick, Rhode Island. Hit her up. Oh my God, Italian egg rolls. I can't even right now. So good. Everyone was gobbling her food up. Also, smoothies by the Berry Joint, Rhode Island. Sexiest idea ever was to have them make 75 smoothies for us. Yes, we put money into our community. Yeah, we had some like grocery store pickup stuff too, but no, we put the majority of the money we spent on this party back into the community. Even that makes me light up so hard. Like this is it. Small business supporting small business. Are you supporting small business with all these ideas, guys? Okay, so anyway, she was like, "Oh, I can bring my A-frame." And I was like, "You know what? We have an A-frame yet. Oh my God, we've been in business on the mind you, we've never had an A-frame for the gym. We've been 9 years into a brick and mortar business and we haven't got an A-frame. LOL. That's honestly how successful we are because we focus on customer service, we focus on customer journey, and we provide a stellar fucking product and service. It's what we do. It's who we are. We can't stop it. Anyways, we finally got an A-frame. And I made it so we could have both sides of the sign. One says open house, so we can pull it out anytime we need an open house. No dates, no times. Hello, make it timeless. The guy was like, let's put the times on it. I was like, abso-fucking-lutely not. I'm not coming and getting signs from you every time I'm having an open house. We just need open house with the logo. Thank you, please. He's like, oh yeah, that's smart. Yes, it is, sir. Another local business, Gannon Sign, what the fuck is up? They've been helping us with all our signs. So good. And then I said, oh, let's have the, kind of like, we have the back of the sign also be something. And I was like, what could it be? What's like something really basic where everyone's going to be able to understand instead of like jujitsu and martial arts and all that. And I was like, you know what? Learn self-defense with an arrow. Done. Done. Everyone gets that. So if you don't understand that logo, if you don't understand the name, if you don't understand anything of what we are, everyone in this country right now in this climate understands self-defense. So that is going to take the next year of our business to another fucking level. And that was only like, maybe we dropped like 250 on that with tax included and everything. A great investment for our business on that. Also, another thing is that I hired my brother. What up, Josh? I hired my brother to help me with the social media marketing because, like, I don't have time for that. Nope, I do not. And we have him simply really, before we get into any crazy marketing strategies online, I have my brother doing 6 days a week posting. 6 a.m. He has it go out to Instagram. He has it go to Facebook. I have him all logged into the business meta pages and that. He sets it up. We are literally just putting organic pictures from our own, like really even choppy, crappy, like wicked fucking organic. My husband snapping pictures, the parents snapping pictures. But again, a community involvement, a community ask. Send us some pictures of your kids. Let us, like, what do you have on your camera roll that you would like to have on ours, right? And also then mixed in with like the professional photos coming from Gracie University. Mixing that up, plus mixing in our reviews. We have such amazing reviews on Google. I love sharing those because that's a storytelling aspect. That's where people can go, oh my God, if they're receiving this there, if they're feeling that there, I want to feel this too. So we are also sharing our Google reviews. I have my brother organizing all that stuff in Google Drive. He's got all these access points into folders. He's organizing out. I taught him how to use ChatGPT and create some webhooks around self-defense. So it's even though it's so generic and it's so, I'm sure a marketing person would be like, oh, this is so generic. But here's the thing, this is the generic marketing. Now, year two of after me not posting for, the whole year almost, I need him 6 days a week posting. And what are you going to post? The list of our classes today. And the point isn't to like annoy our people. The point is to remind our audience we're open today. We're open today. We're open today. We're open today. Here are classes. Here are classes. Here are classes. Here's a picture. Here's a picture. Right? It's like actually in this day and age, in this environment, this marketing arena right now, you need like, what is it, 21 to 25 touch points? My God, before someone's ready to hand you over money, because we're that bombarded by information. What is it, 6 billion bits, or is it 16 billion? I don't know. I think it's 6 billion bits of information are uploaded onto the webs every day. 6 billion bits of information is uploaded to the webs every day. That's all the everywhere, YouTube, Instagram. So think about that energetically, like it's a lot, right? So anyways, all that our overstimulated brains and everything that's coming to us in a world where there's so much, as I'm saying, we're adding so much more to it, lol. But you know what I mean? Like you need that many touch points. So it's like, if you think this is like too much of a generic marketing thing, it is that, right? It's like, hey, we're going into year two. These classes are bumping. Check out our community. Look at these happy faces. Here's the classes we're putting on today, and fucking come in for your 10-day trial. We already have people messaging us about this, sharing this, commenting. The likes aren't that much, but likes are down across social media everywhere because there's so information everywhere, but it doesn't matter. We're going right from post to direct message to sale. Fuck yes. Post, direct message, trial, people coming in. Yes. Yes, please. Thank you more. So yeah, that's working. So I've got him on that, and I don't have time for that. So I'm willing and able to pay other people to do that. What's another thing we're doing? Put balloons out for the first time. And I was like, we need balloons, don't we? So yeah, all right. A-frame, social media marketing, and open house. The whole point of me sharing this overflow is you can do whatever you want. You don't need to, because so-and-so did that, because so-and-so did this, because you see it done. What do you need? What does your business need? What does your soul biz need? And remember, if you haven't gotten the book already, link below in the show notes, get the book. I talk about the name of the title. The title, it's in the title. Connect to the spirit of your biz. If you're lost, if you're confused and you're like, I don't know what to do, get into a habit, use my systems and processes that I share in the book about how to connect to the spirit of your business. The answers are there. The answers are there within you, and the answers are there in the blueprint of the business. The answer is there in your soul. And you need to build up the muscle to connect to that over and over and over again so that you can actually just get to a place after doing that for 3 months, 6 months, a year, where you just tap in and you allow yourself to receive the next step. And sometimes the next step is, okay, it's time for an A-frame. And sometimes the next step is you need to list out all of your clients into an Excel spreadsheet and make sure their email's there so that you can have this organized and get it out of your fucking brain and get it out of your notebooks and get it out of your text messages and get it out of your emails and have it in one place so you can look back and go, wow, look at all these people I've worked with, And sometimes you'll check in with the spirit of your business. It's going to say, bitch, sit down. Take your book and get outside and get some sun. So really, it's about being able and open and receptive and building up what I would call even a ritual, right? A ritual, a practice, a ceremony of connecting to the spirit of your biz. If you love more of that and want to hear more of that and read more of that, please go get the book. I think a future podcast episode coming up will be about that, but as of right now, going into August 2024, it is not out. Okay, let's finish up with this. The other way that I love to organic market is that I will sync up my marketing with my emotions. And what I mean by that is sometimes it feels really good. I'm really in my brain. I'm really in strategy. I'm really in business mindset. I'm really in numbers and systems and processes. So I fucking share from that. When I'm in that mode, I'm not trying to crack my heart open and have a gushing storytelling experience. Now, can I have a gushing story experience about the marketing and about the strategy and about how much this helps women and about how many of my clients have had these like massive breakthroughs, even by the types of strategy and structure I give them as fucking soul work and homework? Yes. Yes, baby. And I'm going to write about that then. And then sometimes throughout the month, throughout the year, depends on what it is, because things are changing or in flow. I'm in flow with the energy of the planet and with the energy of myself and my spirit and with the conscious collective and all that, right? And sometimes I'm really emotional and it's much more heart-based and it's deep in emotion. And I'm going to share some stories. I'm going to share some deep stories. I'm going to share some long stories. I'm going to share some short stories. I'm going to write about some wild shit. I'm going to write about having your heart cracked open over and over again in the year 2023 and 2024 and really all the years, right? As we're watching this insane stuff happen on the planet, I've been writing about that. I won't stop writing about that. And if you're uncomfortable with that, then you're probably not one of my people, and that's fine. Or maybe you do just like the strategy stuff and you want to hear that stuff, right? And some people, I know some people just love my emotional story sharing and they don't want to hear about the numbers stuff, right? It doesn't matter. I have to do it. I have to come out with it. It is coming through me. It is coming to me. It needs to come to you, right? And I'm a writer. I like to do that. I also have this podcast. You can see I just get into a flow state and fucking go. And a lot of people tell me my voice and my work, I have my own sermon, let's say. I am activating. I'm an activator. I'm an initiator with my voice, with my power, with my energy, with my field. Again, in the book, I tell you how to do that. I teach you how to become a beacon, how to become a lighthouse of energy, how to become the energetic antenna and get that out. Actually, that's one of the ways I teach sales. If you want that, get the book or just get private sessions with me, baby. That's what I do. We could get clear about that with you within the first session. But anyways, so basically, what I'm saying is when my brain is on, that's where I share from. When my heart is being cracked open and I'm more in that, then that's where I share from. If I'm coming from a more soulful, a more spiritual place, then that's where I share from. I don't have a calendar. Like I don't have a marketing calendar. And that's worked for me. You know, I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars, multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars on my own since the beginning of 2019. And I started working for myself and doing subcontractor work in 2012. And we opened up the business. We've cleared 1 million. Absolutely. I gotta go do the math on that. I don't know how many we've cleared. I don't think we've hit 2 million, but we've cleared 1 million in our businesses. We do what we want. We very rarely have like some calendar. Now, any of my scaling millionaire mindset friends would go, and if you did have a calendar and you imagine where you'd be. And you know what? We're heading there. We're getting there. We're getting all sorts of external support right now to take our businesses to the next level. And right now it's showing up in the form of getting more childcare, getting more grandmother and mommy helpers in here into the house so we can work more. I can go off into my office and work more, which I love, and it fills me up and it feels so good. And I need that. And my soul needs that. My body needs that. My brain needs that break. Hello, that would be a break from children, but it fucking is. And then we also are getting like full on bookkeeper, like a full-time bookkeeper, because that's how big this bitch has gotten that, oh, we can't even touch the numbers and it's holding us back at this point. Any expense reports and paying taxes and all that, like we need help. We need professional help to be like, we're doing this. You guys go be in your genius zone. Thank you very much. Please, yes, more. And we also got a house cleaner earlier this year, like back in March or April. I don't know what it was. We got a house cleaner, and that has been phenomenal. Shout out to Betty in Warwick and Rhode Island. See, we hook up and my accountant too. Oh my God, Kevin Carter. Oh God, Rhode Island people, like, can you please get into your local communities and support your fucking local communities? Because at the end of the day, when any of these corporations don't give a rat's ass about you and your future and anything in it, your local people will. and it will be the local people who have your damn back. So it would be beneficial for us to all have each other's back and to be supporting everyone's needs and visions and missions. Okay, goodness. I think that's it. I gotta go run some stuff back to the caterer just because I can't throw stuff away. I had to super wash it all and see if she'll take it all back. LOL, like big, big, big things. You know me, I can't throw it away. So I'm gonna go do that. Baby's up from his nap. Goldie, I think, is passed out. Thank the fucking Lord. We were like, can you nap after this insane party, please? And maybe I'll eat a cookie. All right. Thank you so much for listening to this. I love you guys. I love this podcast. I love my book. I love helping people, if you can't tell. I have a lot of energy. I have a lot of expertise. I have a lot to say. And I have a great ability to listen and to see you and to understand you and to feel you. And most people don't make it off a private session with me, at least our first one, without crying, because a lot of people actually aren't ever heard so deeply and focused on so intently and spoken to so clearly. And it's life altering to be received like that. So I have private sessions. I'm also coming out with, I haven't done any marketing on this. LOL. Like, I'm so funny, right? Like, I haven't even marketed the fact that I'm coming out with the Soul Purpose Studio. It's kicking off in fall. It's kicking off right around the fall equinox, September 23rd. I'm looking for 44 women who want to move together. It's a 23-week experience with me where I give you the steps A to Z to launching and moving forward with your soul purpose, whether it's a passion project, whether it's a creation, whether it's an idea, whether it's a book, whether it's a business, whatever it is, this is what I do. From soul to strategy, that is my tagline. From A to Z, it's all the steps people hate. I don't, I love them. I geek out about them. Let's get you a map. Let's get you sorted. Reach out to me about that. I am so excited about it. I had to start advertising it back in July. Or like 2 weeks ago, I started kicking off about it. It's just going to be so phenomenal. I'll probably run it like twice a year. So it will not be open. I'm giving you a warning right now. This isn't going to be like an ongoing enrollment. This is going to be like maybe twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. But honestly, I don't even know if I could fit that in. So, I'm so excited for that. It's super accessible. I have full pay options, 6-month options, and 12-month options. When you hear the price, you're gonna die. It's such a great deal. So, and if you don't want that, if you want none of that, you don't want a community, you don't want a private group off social media, I will not have any other groups on social media. I have my own community center, that we will have our own channel dedicated to that. Um, plus access to, I'm giving you a worksheet every week. It's a roadmap. At the end, you're going to have this phenomenal workbook that you can always review back to. You get access to all my courses that are going to be part of this. And I'm going to say, you'll be getting a weekly video from me and an email from me being like, okay, we're going to focus on this. This is the focus. This is the focus for the week. This is what we're doing. Go listen to that. If you don't want to read that, you can listen over here. If you want to watch this, go watch this. You need to get clear about this. Here's the worksheet. Da da da. So it's like the map. It's what everyone needs and what no one has. Yeah, and I've done this hundreds of times. So all you have to do is look back and listen back to all the things I've ever done. Okay, that's enough for today. I wanted to make this quick. I think it was. We'll see. So much love to you all. I will see you on our next episode.